Hey everyone, welcome to next episode of Femboy Arcades. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired tonight. To be honest, I had a completely different episode planned to work on, and then I forgot that this weekend is the California Extreme Expo, which is this really cool arcade expo. I think I've never been there, but they're going to have a lot of really cool retro games and pinball machines supposedly, and it's gonna be a really cool time because I will be able to play a lot of arcade games I haven't grown up with. I'm imagining that there are going to be a lot from the golden age of arcades, you know, the late 70s, early 80s. I'm particularly looking out for ones that I haven't really seen or heard of before, because we all kind of know of Pac-Man and Galaga and Space Invaders and that kind of stuff, but I don't really know any of the others that were out during that time, because there was heavy competition back then. So it'll be really interesting to find out just what else was there, and it'll be fun to play some games. Yeah, sorry, this is a little slow. Yeah, sorry, this is a little... Where was I? Oh yeah, right, outfit. I gotta design an outfit. So yeah, I think I have to apologize with how that recording went. I was dead tired, I was about to go to sleep, and then I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm going to make a Femboy Arcades episode on this, or at least I wanted to. I was even working on a completely different video at the time, so I'm sorry that progress on Femboy Arcade videos are slow, but I'm just making them at my own pace right now. I still definitely want to make them though. Yeah, right now I didn't even have an outfit planned, so I'm just kind of pulling out everything that I have. So I start off with my Jeff Rosenstock No Shows t-shirt. It is the shirt that he made to promote his 2020 World Tour. There were no shows in 2020, so they're all canceled in the back. And then I put on a standard charcoal skirt that it seems kind of generic. It's kind of a thing that a lot of femboys have. It's a very plain skirt, but it also works well with quite a few things, especially if beforehand you had a mostly black wardrobe. I decided to change the socks to mismatch them to see if that could be more interesting to the outfit. And while it is sort of, I decided that it would just be better if I had a white t-shirt. So now here is me with a room t-shirt. I have to be more careful. I think it looks really good. You kind of want to step it up though. So I decide to completely go for a new one. Here's me wearing an Experience Share t-shirt. It's my local video game store in Alameda, California, which is fairly close to Santa Clara, I guess. And now I'm just trying to go for a lighter motif here. You notice the light blue plaid skirt and this blue frilled sort of button-up thing that I thrifted from Goodwill. Did I? No, it wasn't Goodwill. It was a thrift store. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So now I have to figure out my socks. I decided to go with thigh highs, and I try these pink and purple mismatching ones, but then I decided to try these rainbow striped ones. I'm not sure which one to go with. I'm overthinking it. Got a little hair clip I'm planning to wear that's like these colors. So it matches the socks in a way. I haven't gotten a haircut recently. Look, I'm trying too hard, and I know I'm trying too hard. I don't know, the more I look at this, the less I worry about the socks. And again, it's a little too pastel on the camera. I am so tired, man. I'm here at the Hyatt Regency. I'm wearing the Femboy clothes. And I've got some stuff to record with here. A chest mount here. I've got a water bottle. I've got a spare change of clothes in case I feel uncomfortable. I don't think that's gonna happen though. And I've got a list of all the pinball machines I'm looking out for. It's double-sided. Yeah, I got my stuff. Hi, I'm here. I'm wearing the outfit. So this is post-production me, who included this elevator clip because it's an old elevator and some people like seeing these things. But I just wanted to explain why this video is a little bit weird. So this was kind of supposed to be like a vlog style video. I want to try different styles of videos, and this was going to be a vlog. But then two things happened. First of all, I was wearing a mask, and when you wear a mask, your voice doesn't really come out well. And second, I just didn't talk in some areas. So I don't talk often, and then when you do hear me talk, you can't really hear me. So I'm just gonna come in every now and then and just kind of explain what's going on. So I'm sorry that this video is a little bit scuffed, but I hope you enjoy, because it was still really cool seeing all of these arcade machines, especially the ones I had never seen before. We're walking into the expo now, and already, in my words, I had said on recording that there were already 500 billion things in front of me I'd never seen before, which is a bit of an exaggeration, but like I've never seen most of these that are on the screen right now. Obviously Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But then there's like rhythm games that someone brought in, especially Jubeat. I was super excited to play that Jubeat. I had never played it before and I really wanted to. And they're kind of sort of different areas with themes. This was kind of the pinball area, and someone had brought in a Hyperball machine. And I should probably explain what that is. So Hyperball is like if you combined a pinball machine with like a vertical shooter like Galaga or Space Invaders. It was kind of meant to be a pinball killer, but like it sucked kind of. It's interesting. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see it later on in the video. There are all these Japanese cabinets here. I only got to play a couple of them. They were so much fun though. And then walking into this like main hallway, the big pinball company, Stern, had a massive turnout. They brought a ton of Venom machines. Venom is the new pinball machine by Brian Eddy. People are talking about it quite a bit. I really wanted to play it. You can also see in this area, there are a bunch of other retro machines that I had never played before, including some I had, but here's some classic machines. These were like the oldest machines there, honestly. Like that one on the very left was from 1949, and you'll get to see me play some of it. But this stuff was really cool. I had never played most of these, but then turned the corner. Oh, some of these newer ones. Oh, I wanted to do a video on these. Holy crap. I could knock that out right now. But then while my back was turned, somebody unplugged these machines and took them away. So I never actually got to do that video, unfortunately. Amongst the coolest pinball machines there were these two Kingpin machines, sandwiching a Big Bang bar machine. These are both made by Capcom. Very limited production. They're incredibly rare. You don't get to see them often at all, and I was incredibly lucky to be able to play them here. I don't even really want to record anymore. I just want to get in and play. I really wanted to get in and play, especially the Space Ace here. I've never seen one before. There are all these American pinball machines. American Pinball is a company that has made some waves, but is not one of the most accessible pinball companies. So it's always great to be able to play them whenever they're around. So you've seen me talk about a lot. You've seen me talk about like Hyperball and the Capcom machines and Space Ace, and there are all these machines here I didn't play. There were too many things. I couldn't get to play all of this, especially that thing right there. I mean, look, okay, first of all, these vector machines. There are all these vector machines. They're so cool. But also this thing. This is a Ferrari like simulator by Sega from I don't know when. Put up the date, post-production me. Yeah, this was such a cool aisle to walk down because you also had these sit-down cabinets like this Initial D and that Star Wars one to the right. And just there were so many cool things. This is a completely different hall, by the way. They took up like 2 ballrooms. Here's the Pacific Pinball Museum's loadout. This is pretty much the same thing they brought to Golden State, but it was still great to see them. And then there's some other machines here, like these Gottlieb machines. You never really see Gottlieb machines that often, so that's cool. And then there was a section that was just solely Pac-Man machines, which was really funny, just how many Pac-Man variants there were. And then also this. What? Oh, that's a cool cabinet design. I'll play you later, I think. Spoiler alert, I did not play that later. I forgot to. And then these machines are cool because these were made by Atari. I did not realize it at the time, but there were 4 pinball machines there made by Atari. They did not do well, and we will talk about that in a bit, but yeah, it was amazing just how much stuff was here. So I decided to start off the day by warming up with some classic Galaxian, the slower Galaga, I guess. There's a little too much going on. I feel like God right now, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my... Yeah, no, I feel like God. Then afterwards, I played this interesting two-way pinball table called Joust. I can't read that far, can I? Oh wait, it's double-sided? What? Wait, so it launches from the other side too, that's insane. So I have to keep it, oh, come on. Like I can't read the other side that well. Even though I know it's symmetrical, I still wish I could. What on earth? How do you keep track of all this? Do I just have to do the classic I'm a little kid and I'm just gonna mash the flippers strat? I think I have to do that for this game. Because I can't keep track of everything. Okay, well, that was interesting. Then it was time for the oldest thing that I found there, this 1976 blackjack game thing called Hit Me by Ramtek, which I have never heard of before. That's not good. Oh wait, that's 21. Shoot, I win. Just, let's put it all in. I'm all in on this one. Wait, what? Oh my god. Wait, I was doing this so I'd lose. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. Oh, that's not a good start. I have to hit. There we go. I'm done. I was gonna place gapless, but Space Ace is right here. Is that signed? Whoa, okay. Just real quickly, I should probably explain what Space Ace is. It's like a quick-time reaction arcade game from the 80s, entirely animated by ex-Disney animators, so it's really cool. Go kick that, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Well, apparently I'm supposed to do something. I missed the cue. I am missing the cue. I don't know what the cue is. I have no idea what the cue is. Oh, okay. I see it. Oh. They're very quick flashes. Very quick flashes, jeez. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You're not giving me any proper cues. Cause that's the easiest level, right? What's Space Ace? Oh, they're little sound cues. Very little sound cues. Oh my god. Oh, it starts me back at the beginning. That's why it's hardest level. Okay.
game sucks.
And then here's Quantum, which was a really cool one. Vector graphics, so no pixels, only lines. And Quantum is kind of like Pokemon Ranger. If you've ever played Pokemon Ranger, where it's like a DS and you circle the stylus around a Pokemon, Quantum is that, but an arcade machine with a trackball. It is way harder than it looks. It was quite a lot of fun, though.
So I played the stand-up of that, never the sit-down. I don't know if I can, though. We're all kind of waiting for this thing. So there's a line. So just whatever footage I get here, that's all I'm getting. This is insane. There's like speakers behind me too. Shifter. Okay. Let's give it a shot. I am clearly driving incorrectly, but whatever. Oh! No! You're not getting past me! Don't you dare! A little oversteer! Can I get it to slipstream? I have no skill. I'm right there too. Dang it. Okay, well, that was cool.
Okay, so here's a really super nerdy piece of trivia that I know for some reason. This video game here is iRobot. It was the first video game ever to have flat shaded polygons, or at least according to Ahoy, one of my favorite YouTubers. Ahoy has described this game as being ahead of its time, but also not a financial success, and I can see that by playing this game. It's really weird and convoluted. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game, but it's a weird puzzle where like you have to touch all the red spaces, but like you can only jump from like dead ends of blue spaces. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird one. And as promised, here is footage of me playing the oldest pinball machine there, St. Louis by Williams from 1949. I don't really have anything to say about this one. It's a spot number kind of game where you hit all 8 numbered targets, but also it's from the time of pinball where you kind of have no control over what you're doing. So it wasn't really that fun of a game, but that's kind of par for the course for these older games. So I am back in the other room looking at all of the Atari pinball machines. Now at this point 2 of them are off. I guess they had mechanical troubles or something, but I did play the 2 that were on, Superman and Middle Earth. And I gotta say, it was really cool that I was able to play even some of these at all. Superman is actually pretty fun. I eventually learned that it was from Steve Ritchie, who is a very well-known pinball designer. There are a lot of things to do in this game. You got the spinners, you got the drops, you can spell Superman. It's really cool. I did not catch footage of the other game, Middle Earth, but Middle Earth is actually really boring. Superman might be the best Atari machine I've played, and I have only played 3 of them, so take that with a grain of salt. And now I get to show you Hyperball, that one machine I didn't know how to describe earlier. Now I can finally show you instead of trying to explain it because it's convoluted. So basically you have these 2 triggers on either side, and you kind of aim like a ball launcher with them. And then you fire multiple small balls. I guess you can do it like multiple at a time. I was just kind of taking it easy at first. I find if there are too many balls on the field, they'll bounce off of each other. And that sucks when you're trying to hit the targets. You're trying to hit the flashing targets, which move towards the top of the table, and then if they reach the top, they'll come down like lightning strikes, and then you die. That's your game over. You get bonuses from hitting the right letters, and you've got like a bomb thing. I don't know, it's pretty cool, but I can see this doesn't have much replay value. And now here is Kingpin. I was talking about the Capcom machines earlier. Capcom was obviously not a pinball company at first. They made very cool things like Mega Man and Street Fighter, but they branched out to pinball for a couple years before realizing it was a bad idea because people weren't playing pinball anymore. Kingpin was one of their final games, which didn't really see that much of a release. I think there were only like 100 of these in existence, not including the remakes. Someone else remade them. Hey everyone, I was editing this and I realized that my voiceover is very incorrect. I had found out that I was completely off by a long shot on the rarity of Kingpin. So in the video, I say that there are about 100 Kingpins in existence plus re-releases, and that is off. First of all, the 100 number, I had mixed up machines. That is actually a Big Bang Bar number. I later say down the line, Big Bang Bar was about as rare as Kingpin. Not true, but Big Bang Bar did have about 120 machines. Kingpin did not have 120 machines. Kingpin had 9. Kingpin had 9, and that is assuming all of them have survived after nearly 30 years. As it turns out, there never was a remake for Kingpin. There was a planned remake. A company called Circus Maximus tried to remake Kingpin, but then the pandemic happened, I guess? I don't know. For whatever reason, there are no remakes of Kingpin. It's just the 9. And there were 2 of them at California Extreme. How insane is that? And it's actually a very high quality machine. It's about being like a street runt and working your way up in the mafia to become the Kingpin, I guess. You have to do these odd tasks for these gang leaders, and then you slowly grow up the ranks. This was a lot of fun. I really liked this game, and it made me realize that Capcom was probably the second best pinball company after Bally Williams. Here's the other game, Big Bang Bar. This one's also incredibly rare, about as rare as Kingpin. Big Bang Bar is seen as like an underrated cult classic by a lot of people. I think it's pretty good. I like Kingpin more, but the art style in this is really cool. I like the theme, but it's also like a really sexual theme, apparently. So I couldn't hear this because I was in a loud, dark space. By the way, apologies for the low quality video. This is all I got, and these are rare machines. So, but apparently this game just kind of produces sexual moans a lot of the time. And I would feel really awkward playing this game in public if I'm honest with you. But I had a lot of fun on Big Bang Bar. I think it's a very good game. And this combined with Kingpin and some other Capcom games I've played, it's made me think, yeah, Capcom's probably one of the best. So now we have the new machine, the Venom pinball machine. This game's gimmick is that the targets change depending on what character you select. You can kind of see the spinning wheel in the middle that changes based on what character I want to play as. And that kind of changes the targets because it can change from a ramp to a loop or maybe just the simple drop target. I don't know. I don't remember the specifics of this game, and I didn't play this enough because everyone wanted a turn at Venom. But it's a very fast-flowing game with a pretty symmetrical layout. It also has ball launchers, like captive ball launchers. Is that what they call it? I don't know. I'm gonna call them ball launchers. In in the first episode I did, the episode at Golden State Pinball Expo, I talked a lot about Spectrum being way faster than it needed to be, or than it should have been, because of the ball launchers, and that made it a really entertaining game. And it's cool to see a modern machine implement that kind of thing to make the game way faster. I find that really cool. I didn't get to play this game enough to really dive deep into it, and it's a Stern machine. Stern machines are notorious for having really convoluted rule sets. But honestly, it was a lot of fun, and I do hope to see this game out on the streets sometime soon. And of course, we get to talk about the rhythm games. I'm sure a lot of you guys here love rhythm games based on the analytics of the last episode. There were plenty of rhythm games here, but I only really covered 2 of them. The first one was Jubeat, which I really wanted to play. I had never seen a Jubeat in person before, and I think this one was pretty old because the copyright logo on here was from 2008. I thought it'd be interesting, so I tried to use my e-amusement card on it, and it wouldn't work. I guess my card's just too new for this game, so I had to play the old-fashioned guest way. The controls are pretty simple. You've got 16 kind of tile buttons with screens on them, arranged in a square format, like 4x4, and then you just hit the notes when they come up. Probably not the best starter game to ever play, because this one had a kind of a weird melody to it, or an unorthodox one. I really loved the song and the gameplay though, but here's one that I did better on. I guess I really shouldn't be worrying about how well or how badly I play on this, because it's literally my first time playing Jubeat. I was so excited to play this, and it was a lot of fun. I'd love to get better at this, but I don't know when I'm going to see this cabinet next. So the next one that I played was called DJMax Technika, and let me tell you, it had a really cool cabinet. It also had some late 2000s, early 2010s vibes to it. It also had a card sign-in, which I thought was really cool and interesting. I'm gonna look more into that because I didn't know about that, and I wanna do an episode on arcade save states. This one's got some pretty simple controls too. There are kind of 2 halves of a screen. The upper half, the notes go from left to right, and the lower half, the notes go from right to left. And I wasn't great at this, but I was all right. You can tell the late 2000s, early 2010s vibes that this game gives off, but I had a lot of fun with it. It was also by a company that I had never heard of before. It was called Pentavision. I'm gonna look more into it at some point. I don't know if I'll ever see this cabinet again, but it was a lot of fun to play. And I'll play more rhythm games down the line in the future, so look out for those videos. And then here's video of me playing Galaga because, you know, it's Galaga, it's a classic, it's one of the golden age arcade games, but I wasn't really here specifically to come in and play Galaga. I can play that anywhere. I was looking for old retro games that nobody in my generation had heard of, like this one, Canyon Bomber. So you don't control the airships or the planes on the screen. They move on their own, and it's up to you to drop the bomb where you want to. The circles have different numbers, and you get X amount of points for destroying whatever number of bubbles you get, and the number corresponding to them. And then the game ends when you miss a certain number of times. I can kind of understand why nobody talks about this game anymore. It got really boring really fast. And maybe it's a bit more interesting if there was a second player instead of an AI. But I'm gonna say, counting down the bubbles in the canyon got really boring really quickly. There were also a ton of wacky Japanese arcade games present. I couldn't get footage on them because I went solo, and most of them are better with 2 players, but I want to acknowledge them at least. The first one was called Magical Truck Adventure. You play on a handcart. You're pumping a handcart to save a princess or something while you have to dodge obstacles. Then there's another one called Panic Park, where it's a 2-player game. A lot of silly mini games with this one, but both players' controls are on the same axis, so you can screw over the other player by blocking them with your controller. Kind of funny. Then there's Armadillo Racing, which I have played before. Basically, you move around a trackball to get the armadillo to the end of the racing course. But the one that I did try and get footage of was Prop Cycle. I didn't really get good footage of it, so here's footage of me trying to play it while I show you what the game's supposed to look like. Basically, imagine Superman 64, but not bad. You have to pop through the balloons, and also you control while riding this cycle. You have to pedal harder to move faster, and you can also tilt your direction with the handlebars. It's a bit of a workout to play, and it's also a lot of fun. I highly recommend this if you can ever find it. One of the newer games there was Killer Queen. It's a 10-player action arcade game, 5 people on each side, and it's kind of a strategic game. There are 3 ways to win. There's the economic victory, where your team gathers enough berries. There's the military victory, where your team's queen kills the other queen 3 times. And there's the snail victory, where you carry the snail to your base. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of strategy to it, though, and I was playing with people who clearly knew what they were doing.
I think they're going for berries, I'm pretty sure. Or military. Alright, they're camping snail. Well, eco it is. Wait, so no, they have an eco. Their eco's almost done. I can't, I'm gonna guard their base. I'm guarding their base.
Military, you have to. I got him.
I'm going speed snail. They're going eco. We gotta go get rid of them. We need some gates. Open this gate.
And finally, the last game was The Grid by Midway. This is a really cool one, and it's very reminiscent of those early first-person shooter tournament games like Unreal Tournament and Quake Champions. You spawn in this arena. There are tons of power-ups. You've got a health meter instead of, you know, how it's more like take cover nowadays. And you just shoot people until time runs out and someone's the victor. It's a very simplistic game, but a lot of fun, and I really want to see this again.
My super move is just doing like a jump kick.
By the way, shout out to Dax, who I met while playing The Grid. I told him why I was recording to it, and he subscribed to my channels. Thank you for the sub, Dax. Well, I'm outside, and my hair's really messy. Can you tell how ratty it is? It's really ratty now, but anyway. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun here. There's been so much to see and play. Honestly, you probably do need 2 weekends to play everything. I don't even know if you can play everything in 2 weekends. Either way, there's just so much here. Yeah, it's been a really incredible time, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching what I've been up to. I'm gonna go back in and play a little bit. I don't know how much more I'm gonna record. Hopefully you guys can find an arcade of your own or a convention to play at. If you live in California, California Extreme happens in August, so keep that on your calendars. It was really fun. I absolutely recommend it. I'm tired, but thank you.